All right, so this is Boxing Fit Talk. I'll be using this clip of Boxing Fit Talk a couple more times before I make a new one. And sometimes I just want to show my ugly face. And at the same time, this is a sports channel. We do talk about boxing. And I just want to show you that, you know, I'm physically fit. More than talking, I could walk that walk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I stay active. Yeah, I stay active. So, yeah, you might see this video more than once. But it's not the video, it's the message behind it. Instead of me just sitting there and yapping my mouth about my opinions, I'll give you something to look at. Teach one, each one, you know, each one teach one. I do certain kind of workouts, you know, for shoulders, calves, chest, back, jump rope. Like I said in this video, the heart is the organ, the muscle. It's the most important muscle organ than any other organ. You know, you got to get the blood pumping to the brain, to the oxygen, to the heart, everything. So that's most important than just having muscles, right? So you might see me doing a lot more routines in the future with other videos, but I'm going to let this play. And like I say, if you see this video again of this, it's not because, I'll be talking about boxing because it is boxing talk. So you might see the same video again, but I will be talking another topic on top of this video. That's how we're going to do. And I might hold this video of boxing talk for a month. Sometimes you will see my face, and sometimes you won't. I just use this video and just talk over whatever topic is necessary. All right, so what's necessary on this topic right now? Oh, boy. I was listening to Bernie the Boxer just yesterday, and his title was, "We Have Our Sights on Tszyu." And, you know, my last video, I was talking about, you know, I do wish I could see the fight with Terence Crawford and Boots, right? But I know it's more lucrative, and it's so funny. If you go see Bernie the Boxer, you see his video. He's in Terence Crawford camp. He grew up with Terence Crawford. He's been with Terence Crawford for the longest. And that's why I said, he said most of the things I said, and I was happy to hear what he said. It's more lucrative. He has a country behind him. His father, Tszyu father is great. He's trying to fill those shoes. And I was like, man, I'm spot on. And I'm happy to hear that someone in his camp recognized if you got one or two fights left, you know, let it be known. Now, Boots, we're going to have to move on from Errol Spence, and we're going to have to move on from Boots, okay? That's just the way it is. You remember when Errol Spence was saying Crawford didn't fight nobody, right? And what's his net worth? I think Boots' net worth is like, what, $400,000? What did he sell and all this stuff? And he don't deserve to be the A side, and that's like cool, right? So this is how it is now. What goes around comes around, right? So Boots now, he's got to prove himself. He's gonna fight some people, which I don't know what he's waiting for. I really don't know what's going on with Boots. You know, there's so many fights out there. He just got to get with the right promotion company. I don't know if he's still with Espinosa at Showtime. I did hear that CANELO have his last fights with Showtime, so I can see that Amazon is not really liking that. That Showtime have the rights for CANELO, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what's going on with Showtime, because at the same time, Boots was never signed to Showtime. They was just loyal to Showtime. So I don't know what this man Boots is waiting for, but I know he shouldn't be waiting for Crawford, because Crawford said one thing, and I'm only going by what Crawford say. I'm not going by what the Errol sexuals. I'm not going with the Errol fans. I'm not going with the Boots fanatics, and I'm not going with the Boots fans about what Crawford should do. I'm listening to what Crawford wants. That's it. So Crawford said he wants 2 fights, and he also wants 2 big money bag fights. And when I was listening to Bernie, they still preaching over there about fighting CANELO. And I'm going to talk to the Tszyu fans right here, right? Hello, mates. How you doing? I don't want y'all to start saying about Crawford is stupid to think that he's going to get a Canelo fight, okay? Because remember, Tszyu also, if you see the shirt he had, he was crossing out names. And one of the two names was Crawford, and I think the last one was Canelo. So he's going to get what he wants, just like Crawford's going to get what he wants. He's going to get a big fight because Tszyu is a big name, and he has a country behind him. And I don't know if this fight might happen in Australia or America. I don't know where it's going to happen, but the fight is better than a Boots fight right now for Terence Crawford. Because you know what is going to happen? If Terence Crawford, and I'm going to be honest, I really love to see that fight more than I like to see Tszyu fight. I really do, right? But what's going to happen is this. Crawford, now they say he's a switch hitter. Boots is a switch hitter. Crawford's a switch hitter. Boots is younger. Crawford is older. Boots is stronger. Okay, that's what they say. They say he's faster, right? But the problem is that Crawford have all those things, right? But at an older age. But the one thing that Boots don't have that Crawford have is experience and IQ. And this is the reason why I feel Crawford will beat Boots, because Crawford would set so many traps for that young man, and he would teach him. He would teach him that it's not just about being strong and fast. I mean, they both have the same 74-inch arm reach, so that's not the issue with the arm reach. Yes, Boots is a little bit taller. I think he's 5'10 or 5'11, but so was Ndongo. Okay? Yeah. Like I said, so was Errol Spence. So was everybody was bigger than him, all right? Everybody think he was light in the ass, okay? I'd rather be light in the ass and still could pick up 400 or 500 pounds, okay? I'm just saying. I could deadlift 400 or 500 pounds, right? So the way I see it, this Boots situation and this Errol Spence situation, when I listen to Bernie show, I'm listening to him. They moving on. They ain't talking about Crawford. The first thing they did was talk about Boots in the beginning. He was talking about Boots, and then he moved on, man. And I'm starting to feel like that this is really happening, that I don't think there's going to be a rematch with Errol Spence. Now, if there was, would I hate it? No. I would love to see a rematch with Errol Spence and Crawford. And the thing about Errol Spence is that, you know, I always like a comeback. It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. So, yes, I'm a Crawford fan, but I also like to see Errol Spence get back on his feet. And if that's the fight that he wants and is still in contract, so be it. I hope he comes back stronger. And if he doesn't and he falls again, well, that's what it is. If this fight is not happening with Crawford and Spence, he needs to move on and fight. Let's see. Well, we can't say he's going to fight Tszyu because that's what Crawford's going to do. He could fight. Hey, what about that fight with Manny Pacquiao? Yeah, what about that fight with Manny Pacquiao, man? That's a good fight. That's an old man, bro. Remember? Now I'm a Pactar, but you know, Manny's an old man. Why don't you do what you got to do since you got so many injuries, man? You got so many injuries, and that's another thing. That's why I'm glad that Crawford got out of this contract with Errol Spence, because it seems like Errol Spence is worse than Keith Thurman. I mean, this man is Mr. Glass or something. I don't know what's going on, but every time in sparring, if it ain't his eye, it is his rib. It's always something, man. Something's not right with him, man. And I'm just glad that we moving away from this dude. And I know aerosexuals, you're going to transition. I keep saying transgender. Transition over to Boots because you hate Crawford. You hate this man so much. But hey, it's okay. Listen, I'm a Boots fan. When Crawford retires, I'm looking at Boots. I'm still looking at Boots at this moment right now. I'm watching him, right? But having, 38 fights, and you look down those fights and you really can't. And then his last fight with Karen, and they was complaining that the man was running and this and that and that. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. Knowing how to cut the ring off, knowing how to set traps. And I see Boots couldn't do those things with Karen. I forgot the guy's name, all right? With the last fight. And they was complaining that he kept running and running and running and running. I'm like, listen, man. You see what I'm saying? It's not making sense. So he had about 38 fights or whatever, but it's not all those fights you had is your opposition, right? I think he should fight Mean Machine. There's a lot of fights out there. Conor Ben. What's that other dude? What's that other guy named? Cobbs. What's his name? Cobbs. Yeah, the one that go woo. Yeah, right. That dude, right? I think some of them were Eddie Hearn. I think. I don't know, but I don't know where his loyalty is. I don't know if he's signed, if he's a free agent. Listen, the way I see it, Devin Haney, he put the blueprint out, man. Like, just look at that young man. You know, I'm not a Devin Haney fan. I like Shakur more, but I still like Devin. But if Devin and Shakur was a fight, I would pick Shakur, right? But you can't get mad at the way Devin moved, man. You know, he's with Eddie Hearn. Then one minute he's a free agent. Next minute he's here with Bob Arum. Then he's gone again. He's a free agent. This is what you don't need to be loyal to anybody. Once you're a free agent and you sign a contract with a promotion company or advisor, it should be 1 to 2 fights. That's it. The fight and the rematch. That's it. Especially if it's a big fight and you deserve a rematch in the clause of the paperwork. Well, that's why I see it. But hey man, you can't get mad at Devin's moves or how he's moving. Now, you know, I see Tszyu as a big name, and I see that Crawford could end up being 4 division champion, 2-time undisputed, first time at welterweight holding a 4 belt at welterweight division. He could leave after that fight and retire if he want to. But like I said, I never told Errol Spence to retire. I hear people tell him to retire. I never told Manny Pacquiao to retire, and I'm definitely not going to tell Terence Crawford when to retire. Okay? A man is a man. They know when their tank is done, right? And the thing about boxers is when they don't feel like they're done, they get these regrets, right? And it could affect their family too, right? Like when you see Rocky and, you know, he just had this kind of feeling like, yo, I still got some in my tank. I want to get it out, right? It's different. These are warriors, okay? And warriors sometimes need to be knocked on their ass. You see Manny Pacquiao, he fell hard with Marquez, but he got back up and he accomplished so much, being the oldest welterweight champion at 147, the oldest, beating Keith Thurman. Come on, man. Y'all forgetting what boxing is about. Y'all forgetting what boxing is about. We all fall as humans, but it's how you get back up. It's not just physical, it's a mental warfare. It's you against you. So all I'm saying is, these brothers, Tszyu, Errol Spence, yes, my brothers, they're all brothers, okay? They're warriors, they're fighters, right? All these brothers, it's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. And it's not always about winning. So yes, I might make fun of Errol Spence because some of his aerosexual fans and even what Errol Spence was saying about, I'm gonna break you and I'm gonna break you like Kuta Kente, and then we got these bitch ass channels like Best Fight the Best calling Crawford top ranked Toby. Come on, man. We as channels have to go up to another standard. And that's why I'm letting you know right now, I bet my channel. I bet my channel when my fighter, Boo Boo Andre, went down, I went down with my fighter. I took 1 month off. I'm about to change the game. I'm trying to change the game. I am trying to change the game in boxing. I'm trying to get rid of these fucking niggas out of here. These fucking Wakandas. I'm trying to get these Wakanda channels out of here, man. And if I can't get them out of here, yes, I'm going to use you as an example. Yes, I'm going to watch you. Yes, and I'm going to take down notes. And I'm going to use what you say. I'm not going to use what I say. I'm going to use what you say against you. So let me get off of that because that's another topic. That's the next video coming up. Because I'm not done with somebody. I'm not done with them. I'm not done with them. But right now, I am so grateful. I'm so happy to see Crawford do the impossible. And hopefully, Tszyu could do the impossible too. Because if he beats Crawford, I remember he has a shirt that says Canelo. And that would be great to see Tszyu also go up and fight Canelo, if that's what Tszyu wants. So when I see Crawford say this, I don't want people saying, oh, this is a fairy. That's why I always repeat that shit. They say it's a fairy tale fight. They say, oh, this is a fantasy fight. This would never happen. Things happen. Things happen and the impossible happens, bro. The impossible happens. That's what makes boxers great. Ali, all these great ones, okay? That's what makes them great. When you expect the unexpected. You can't expect this shit, man. You can't. So, Errol Spence and Boots. Hey, why don't y'all two fight? You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, he's a PBC fighter. PBC still gotta come up with some fights for Amazon Prime, right? Since they're not giving you a budget, and plus you're not getting Canelo. Plus, like Prime, Amazon Prime is like, yo, hold up. We're not getting Canelo? Oh, hell no. Oh, you ain't getting no budget. And if you do, you're going to get a very low budget. You ain't getting nothing too high. None of that shit. So, Amazon is smart with their money. They're checking the references on Al Heyman, the PBC, and all the blah, blah. They're checking their resumes and they're seeing what's going on. And they're not going to make the same mistakes that some of these other networks made. Okay? And it's their money. You need them. They don't need you. See what I'm saying? So, the way I see it, that would be a great fight. Now, if Errol Spence, is doing a rematch with Crawford, then you have enough in the tank to do a match with Boots ENNIS. You see what I'm saying? Maybe a fight with Keith Thurman. I don't know what this guy, he's on this thing where he thinks that he should be making $10 million every fight now since he fought Manny Pacquiao. Blah, blah, blah. He feels a certain way. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. But Errol Spence, if you come back, Fodero, there's a fight for you. All right? But we can't look for something that's real low in standards, because if you're going to make a rematch with Crawford, if that was the case, those standards were high. They was really high. So we can't get you a tune-up fight. That's what I'm saying. And as I recall, Errol Spence, you don't like tune-ups. That came out your mouth. Not my mouth, not your subscribers and none of your channels. That came out your mouth. You said, what's the sense? So, to move on with Errol Spence, good luck on your journey. Like Crawford said, good luck. I'm praying for you. Hope you come back strong and better. You know what I'm saying? Because since you had all these issues, and you say you got in the ring with all these ribs and eyes and all these issues, that hopefully when you come back, I hope one interviewer asks him, for the record, Errol Spence, do you have anything wrong with your eye? Do you have anything wrong with your ribs? Do you have anything wrong with your big toe? Do you have anything wrong with your ears? Everything. I want to ask you every single big question to know that everything is okay before you get in the ring and fight Fodero, Boots ENNIS, or anybody, because these excuses are going to last forever, man. You know what I'm saying? These excuses are going to last forever. It is what it is. But besides that, Tszyu and Crawford, I would love to see that fight. Crawford, Tszyu is strong. He got power. Wow. If Terence Crawford beats Tszyu, he'll be a 4-division champion. Now, I got Crawford. You know, I'm a Crawford fan, but I respect Tszyu. So, if he wins, I'm not going to be highty-tighty about Crawford losing. Okay, this is boxing, bro. This is boxing. It's the survival of the fittest. It's the survival of the strongest. So I have nothing against. I don't have nothing against. Now, if it was the other way around, it was Terence Crawford for Errol Spence. See, what happened with Errol Spence is his pride and his ego, right? And yeah, it worked kind of good in the ring because he fall and he kept getting back up. You know, his ego and his his pride, you know what I'm saying? You know, that helps in the ring when you're trying to get yourself back up and you're like, damn, I'm never going to go down. You know, you just try to get that heart and that chin to say, nah, this nigga is not dropping me. I'm getting back up, right? But outside the ring, you left a stain in me where that I wanted to see your ass get whipped. Yeah, I wanted to see your ass get whipped, bro. Because you, and that's the way I am with these other channels. When you wrong, just be wrong and say I'm wrong, right? You don't have to cap. Leave the capping up to me. I am Caps in Full. No one else dare to call themselves Caps in Full because I'm letting you know if I'm calling myself Caps in Full, I'm letting you know my ego is beneath me. My pride is beneath me. When I fall, you can laugh, and I'll laugh with you. So that's the thing with certain fighters. If you got an ego, you got, and don't get this wrong. Let me explain this shit to you. Because with Crawford, with Muhammad Ali, a lot of people thought that his confidence was being cocky, and it wasn't. His confidence was his confidence. It wasn't being cocky, right? Yes, he has razzle and dazzle, and he has flair, and he can rhyme and do all these things, but he has confidence, he has a heart, and he shows it, right? But and he also know how to make amends with the boxers that he fought. Okay, it's the great sportsmanship he had. All right, George Foreman, Smoking Joe Frazier, all these brothers. He did what he had to do. But those fighters that act like these channels where these were kind of channels where I'm never wrong. They always find a way to slip out of a conversation. It was the same thing with a boxer. When they fall, they always got an excuse. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of fighters out there that's not cocky, right? And humble, and they fall too, and they still have an excuse. And I get down on those fighters too. I get down on those fighters. When I heard Manny Pacquiao, and he said it was his shoulder, I didn't want to hear it with Mayweather. He said he wanted a shot in his shoulder before. They didn't allow it. USADA, not VADA, but USADA didn't allow it. Even though I was looking up the thing that he wanted a shot for his shoulder was legal. I'm going to have to look at it. I just don't like to talk. I got to show you the proof of that. I forgot the name of the shot that he wanted on his shoulder, so he can get a little bit more comfort and don't have to be feeling that pain. But I said, yo, bro, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. I don't want to hear excuses. Just fall. It's how you get up, right? When he fought Ugas, when Manny Pacquiao fought Ugas, same thing with the leg cramps. Same thing with the leg cramps. I was like, oh, man, here we go with the leg cramps. And then they was explaining just how Errol Spence was running up a hill to fetch a pail of water, right? And they was talking about, getting acclimated to the air. Don't run all the way up to the top of the mountain because you're going to get sick and air sickness and all this. It's the same thing with Manny Pacquiao. I remember he was overtraining, and they didn't like him overtraining so much. That's like, bro, calm down. You overtrain too much. And he was running up a hill. And what causes that is stress oxidation, right? And you training hard, and you're not having enough time to recover. Okay, so all these things come in all kinds of ways. We understand it. But when you fall, don't have an excuse. Because as you can see as the examples, boxers, as you can see as the examples, that these channels, either they for you or not for you, either they're going to have a reason for you making an excuse, or the ones that's not for you going to say you making excuses. You're giving them something to talk about. And me, as a boxer, I'll give them any kind of drama to talk about, but I'm not going to give them that drama. I'm not going to come up with an excuse. I'm just going to say, listen, I fall like a man. Because I always make this example. I bust this nigga ass plenty of times down the block. Plenty of times. But one day I go to the gym, I hurt my neck and my back, right? And that day, he wants to challenge me. That day he wants to challenge me. And for some reason, he probably saw me limping, or he sees something wrong, and he wants to shake and bake. And guess what? The people around me are watching. They're gonna look and say, "You lost that fight." You think I'm gonna get up and say to every individual, I hurt my neck and my back in the gym, my lower back is all fucked up? No. People only see what they want to see, and that's what they saw. They saw that nigga whipping my ass. They don't care about how many times I whip that nigga ass. And guess what? The same people that saw me get my ass whipped, it's not going to be the same people that saw me whip that nigga ass years ago or months ago. It's what's happening now. So stop making these excuses, boxers. When you fall, I don't care if it's your eye, your rib, your neck, your back, your fist, your knuckles. Bro, it is what it is. When you lose, you lose. That's it. But it don't work that way because we're in another generation. And excuses is more, legitimate than anything, man. Than your sight or what you see. They say walk by faith, not by sight. But, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we could get this fight. Since Crawford got nothing to do with Errol Spence as we speak. Because like I said, I'm going by what the words of Crawford's camp. And who's in his camp? Bernie the boxer. And I heard, I look at the title, and he was saying about Boots, and he was talking about Tszyu. And if you look at my last video, thank you for the views and new subscribers. I'm almost to 4,000 subscribers. I'm up to almost 4,000 subscribers. Now, I started my channel. I've had a channel for like years, right? 11 years. But I started a YouTube channel. Now it's 4 years since we're in the new year. It's 4 years now. So that means I've been getting 1,000 subscribers a year. Without Instagram, without TikTok. Well, I have TikTok, but I don't even use it. I really don't even use it. I think I have my one clip on there, something like that. Right, but I don't have Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I do have Twitter, like I always tell you, to listen to what's coming up, the boxers drama, and shit like that. And like I said, every time there's drama for these boxers, if they shit, fart, or sneeze a certain way, I don't always come out with videos. You'll get quality videos from me. You're not going to get quantity, okay? I'm sorry. And I'm a Signal male. A Sigma like me, I come in and go. I don't want to feel obligated every day, because then I'm not going to be, I'm not going to have all these, how can I say it, ideas. If I have pressure behind my back that I have to always got to make a video about a box every minute. It's going to take from my get it together, nigga. I didn't get my coffee this morning. I'm doing this morning. Yeah, I'm getting tired of talking. I'm just being tired. But, my creation, my innovation, my being creative. That's it. So I like to be creative. I like to sit back. I like to listen to other channels, good or bad channels. I just get a mixture of things and try to figure things out and come to my own verdict and judgment about certain things. So, okay, now it's about 28 minutes into this. Look like, well, I'm doing this video talking, but I already made a video, as you can see, exercising. So I'm trying to line it up with the time, right? So in the future, I'm going to get back to this. You will see me do fit boxing talk. And now this is the first fit boxing talk I'm doing for 2024. Like I said, I might let this run a couple times. Sometimes you'll see me talking about topics and you'll see my face, but sometimes I'll run it depending. I could talk a long time. Sometimes I could talk an hour, right? But I'm trying to minimize my workouts to 30 minutes and my talking to 30 minutes, because sometimes I do work hours in the gym, right? And I don't think no one will sit and watch somebody work a whole hour in the gym, right? And talk a whole hour. So I'm trying to minimize this to 30. And if I do work an hour, I will talk 30 minutes on that fit boxing talk, and the other 30 minutes I'll just let it play, and I'll explain some health and talking about the gym, and I'll mix it up, man. And in the future, I'm going to talk about other topics, man. I will. I'm not going to change my channel, but I'll be talking about other topics besides boxing, so you can get a little feel about how my mind think and how I feel on certain topic, economics, relationships, and blah, 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 and so on. But for now, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. It's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. And I'm also not here to change your mind. I'm also here to irritate your mind, especially if you don't like me, Wakandas. That's what I'm here to do. All right, so we have 29 minutes here on this video. Yes, glad to be alive. We're gonna do another video. I got some beef with this other dude. He thought I forgot him. It's just that I gotta move on with my channel. So I'm out of here. Stay tuned for the next video. You will see my face on the next video. But look out for this in the future. We'll rerun this video, but talk about another topic. I'm out.